Steno Wale Babu welcomes you. Shorthand dictations in male and female voice from all sources like magazines, speeches, and editorials at various speeds up to 120 WPM for various departments like SSC, DSSB, CRPF, Delhi Police, etc. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
Exercise number 15. Ever since I ordered the dissolution of the Lok Sabha in August this year, my government, in consultation with the state government and the Chief Election Commissioner, have been engaged in preparations for holding a countrywide poll for the Lok Sabha. In a few days, the Chief Election Commissioner will be formally announcing the poll schedule. Everything that is possible is being done to conduct the elections in an orderly and impartial manner. The magnitude and complexity of such a vast exercise is not without its problems. I am nevertheless determined that none of these problems will be allowed to stand in the way of holding a fair and free poll. All political parties have expressed themselves in favor of an orderly poll. There is no reason whatsoever for a reasonable person to contemplate that the elections will be postponed on the ground or the other. I would like to appeal to all people in the country not to give credence to rumors which suggest that a postponement of the elections is imminent. Such propaganda is ill conceived and serves no purpose other than to create confusion. It is the duty of each one of us as conscientiousness and law-abiding citizens of this great country to discredit such unfortunate gossip. The elections will give our people an opportunity to elect their representatives to Parliament, which is supreme in all matters affecting the welfare and well-being of our nation. The elections will also give our people the opportunity of looking at programs for the common good put forward by contending political parties and out of these elect those which in their opinion will do the greatest good to the largest number. A stable government with clear-cut policies and time-bound programs of action is essential if we are to advance significantly along a broad socio-economic front in the shortest time possible. A great and heavy responsibility is therefore cast on each voter while exercising his or her franchise. During our struggle for independence, we dreamt of a free India marching towards progress and prosperity through peaceful democratic means. The founding fathers of our constitution, with whom I had the privilege of being associated as a member of the Constituent Assembly, crystallized this vision into an assertion of the supreme will of our people and enshrined it in the preamble to our constitution. We are pledged to the democratic way only since I spoke to you last in October this year. A significant stage in the election process has been completed. The contending political parties have put out their election manifestos and have fielded their candidates. We are ready for the poll. It is now for you to exercise your sovereign right as voters and express your preference for programs and individual candidates who will ultimately reflect your will in Parliament. The ensuing elections will give you an opportunity to put into positions of trust and responsibility for the next 5 years persons of character and integrity and a good record of public service. During the struggle for independence, our goal was freedom from the foreign rule. Having achieved this objective, we decided that the democratic way of life is most suitable to our ancient culture, our rich traditions, and the genius of our people. For 32 years since independence, we have worked hard to build, preserve, and maintain our way of life. We have achieved in this vast country a measure of unity in diversity for which we are respected. We are the world's largest democracy and can hold our heads high in the Committee of Nations because of the dignity we command on this account. As we look upon the world scene today, we see the severe strain which the democratic way of life is being subjected to all around us. The world watches us not without some apprehension as we prepare to go to the polls. I am confident that our people will, as in the past, discharge the heavy responsibility cast on them with maturity and objectivity. This will prove to world community and to ourselves that our faith in democracy remains unshaken. Election campaigns do necessarily raise controversy and tempers are occasionally frayed. I appeal to you, my countrymen, not to do anything by word or deed which will tarnish the fine reputation we have built up for ourselves as a mature nation. Public conduct, so far as has been exemplary, and our people have been acting with commendable restraint and civic sense. We need to hold the coming elections in a peaceful and orderly manner so that every voter is allowed to exercise his or her franchise out of free will and without fear, favor, or other inducement. If we compete the rest of the election process in the same manner as we have conducted the last 6 general elections, we shall ever remain in a shining example to the rest of the world of a people firmly wedded to the principles of democracy and the peaceful, orderly conduct of national affairs for all the times. Thank you.